Welcome to Boulder. It's very cold today. It's around 10 degrees Fahrenheit. We'll put up the Celsius conversions because my brain can't do that in these temperatures. And it's going to be an interesting day because if you look at the ground, you see it's snowy out here, but we're going to get even more snow tomorrow. So it's an essential day for me to get onto actual vert because I'm probably not going to be able to do much of it the rest of the week. Those downhill stimuli. So this is going to be interesting. It is so cold. I'm wearing really thick gloves, a bucket hat because I lost my feed beanie, so trying to protect my ears a little bit. 3 layers on top, including a down jacket, 2 pairs of pants, and then my ankle weights down there, as always. Why are we showing up when you saw me do a treadmill workout in a beautiful day just a couple of videos ago? The reason is the part of training has now shifted a little bit. From November, which after I recovered from my 100 miler, to January, I was really working on building my speed and getting it to a point that I essentially start to plateau in some of those adaptations with running economy. And I reached that point. If I was doing road racing, I would keep focusing on that a little bit more. But now what I need to do, start working on the mechanical resilience that is a huge part of trail running and ultra running in particular, where we're going to move the workout to uphills today. So I'm working on actual mechanical power, so muscular power, which is really important. And then also with the uphills, you get downhills, and that will work on some of the same eccentric muscle contractions that you saw in the long run video on episode 3. So the workout today is going to be bonkers in this snow. It's going to be a lot of fun for you to see me suffer in this beautiful, beautiful winter wonderland. So what it's going to start with is a 3-mile warm-up that has probably 1,500 feet of climbing. So I'm going to go up and down the trail that I'll be doing the hills on. Then I'm going to do 5 by 3 minute hills, and that's moderately hard. As always, Megan gave me the flow guidance, which might be 10K effort to start down to 5K effort, slipping around a little bit in the snow. Then 5 by 1 minute hills off of that, and there we're thinking 3K. These will be quite steep and quite spicy. That'll be working on power. So the 3 minute hills, we're thinking a lot more like up to VO2, but VO2 power. So mostly aerobic at the most of the time, and then a little bit harder at the end. On the 1 minute hills, we're thinking pure power, not thinking about anything about the aerobic system. Lactate will get quite high, and you'll see me be hands on knees after each of those. Then after that, we're adding some spice that we always like to do after hill workouts when possible, which is some steady running on the trails. Might be a little bit interesting in this snow. I'll be riding a surfboard perhaps, or a sled maybe even more appropriately. So we'll do 15 minutes of that, and then possibly, if the roads are in okay enough shape, finish up with some faster strides. So a mixed bag of things today, mainly working on top end aerobic system, but muscular power and resilience. So my pure speed right now is good. My aerobic system is well tuned. But maybe the one place I'm lacking from a trail running perspective is my ability to put out raw amounts of power over varied terrain. And so thank you to the weather gods for giving us this snow. It's going to force me to get tougher, which is really, really important. Okay, so a few more things to say, but before I do that, as always, I am wearing those ankle weights already and my Adidas Agravic Speed Ultra shoes. So I'm going to warm up a little because I've frozen here. My fingertips are completely without blood. And then I'll be back to have a few more deep thoughts before we go have some fun. So thanks. So happy you're here. Love you guys. Just a 2-minute jog to check out the trails. This is going to be insane. A little bit more snow than I thought, probably 1.5 inches on the ground. So legs feel good, but also today I'm not daunted because of the workout. It's more just these conditions are gnarly and it's hard. But the way I like to reframe it is like, this is all about showing up, right? Like, I'm not expecting a miracle any day. I just want to give myself the opportunity to see what I got. And that takes so much of the pressure off of like, are you capable or not? It's like, no, I mean, just being here right now, I've already won. And so no judgment ever. Like, I think self-acceptance and working to that in an athletic journey is the only way to make it sustainable and fun long-term, because you show up on a day like today and you're served, you know, a shit sandwich covered in snow. Got to make the best of it. And so for me, it's like, try to lean into that idea that I'm out here putting a brick down and it's all about stacking up bricks long-term. So today's the day for the bricklayers. Let's do the damn thing. So final reflection as we get going here, as I do a few stretches, just hamstring and all that, is Black Canyon 100K was this past weekend. Golden ticket race to Western States. A few more athletes going, which is just amazing. It was so fun to watch. But the big reflection, if you've seen it, is that like the performance revolution is here. It's not just Black Canyon. World records were set at the Millrose Games on the indoor track. Like, everything is fundamentally changing in endurance sports. And why is that? You know, part of it is like people are doing the right things in training to make sure they're building their speed and all of that. And I think part of it is this combination of what happens when you fuel your body adequately and then layer in training so that you're able to adapt to it in ways that athletes of the past couldn't. So today, my leg muscles by the end of this workout are going to be fried, like absolutely fried to the max, like deep fried. We're talking Chick-fil-A fried legs. And the way I'm going to recover is the carbs I take during, and then immediately after today, I actually brought a scratch recovery mix that I can just down in the car with my ketones, because even the drive back to the house is a high stakes time and I don't want to have to wait that long. And, you know, when we see athletes like Riley Brady set a 30-minute course record at the Black Canyon 100K, Seth Ruling set a course record, both of which live here in Boulder and run this trail all the time. You know, I'm going to be channeling them and thinking about them so much out there, but then also thinking about the way that all of these athletes are pushing the game forward beyond what we could ever imagine is just treating our bodies well. So yeah, you got to show up. Yeah, you got to put in the work, but most of all, you have to treat yourself well. And, you know, for me personally, at least, as someone that judges myself all the time, and, you know, I look at these videos after and I just watch them cringing to edit, and then I just like trust director Cody and Megan to tell me that it's either okay or not. For me, what's so important is leaning into the fact that, like, dude, I'm here. And if I'm here stacking a brick, I am enough. And I'm enough even if I don't. But oh my God, when I'm here after this workout with aching legs, no matter what I did, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be celebrating, we're going to be slurping some carbs, getting some protein, and most of all, just trying to be like, we're a part of this wave of performance. And how cool is it to be alive in this moment when everything is changing in a way it never will in the future? We are in an exponential growth curve that's going to start leveling off sooner rather than later. So let's ride the fucking wave, baby, and let's get out there and do some work. Perfect timing. Camera's here at the start. Okay, so just the warm up, 2.5 miles. A little worried that director Cody might be like Jack in Titanic and I'm like Rose just pushing him off the door. He's gonna have like 60 years from now, we're gonna be filming a documentary where I'm like going down to search the depths for a skeleton. But let's pound the gel. Yeah, so conditions aren't bad. I mean, gaslighting myself a little bit, but at a Javelina 100, it was 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and I told myself the whole day it was cold, and that helped. And so now that it's like 0, essentially, like very cold, I'm telling myself it's warm, and gels help with that. Nothing's gonna help Cody from the abyss of freezing to death, but sorry, Cody, it's what we do for content around here. Slurp, in one go. I think some people doubt that I get it all out. Let's see, I think there's probably a little bit. Okay, a little bit left. That's for the dogs. So, thanks all for being here. It means the world to me. I would not be here right now if it weren't knowing that there's a group of people out there that care. I'd probably be on that treadmill again, but this is what I need. So, let's get ready to suffer. Okay, so we're start here. You can kind of see it goes up a valley trail, and then it pitches up really, really steep at the end. I'm not sure exactly how long this hill is going to be. Might end up being 4 minutes, but yeah, it's not me if it's right on anything. I don't do numbers, even when I do numbers. All right, so let's do the damn thing. Love you guys so much. Thanks for being here. Thank you, Director Cody, for giving your life for the cause. All right, let's do it. Is Cody the best athlete alive? Cody, you're amazing. Turns out it's a 4-minute hill, but it'd be a 3-minute hill if I was faster. So we might actually change the workout slightly. Still 5 because we're not cutting it short. I'm not shortening them. No compromises on that, but maybe the tempo at the end, I don't know if I can do that downhill. So yeah. Oh, we're gonna get some good porn of heavy breathing today. 4 more of these. They suck shit. This is so fun. When you're doing this training, going with the flow, finding what works on the day, and just trusting your instinct is wonderful. So like, I thought it was gonna be a 3-minute hill. Maybe it would have been a 3-minute hill if I was a little bit faster. But when I looked down and saw that first split being 4 minutes, 10 seconds, I'm like, hell yeah, you know? That extra minute's gonna make me better, and it's gonna get even more of that stimulus. As I did each hill, what I tried to think was ease into it, relax into the effort. And by the end, each one started hitting that steep pitch, that wall. And then it's just try not to judge, you know? This is putting a brick in the wall, not trying to do anything extraordinary or anything mind-blowing. It felt like a true workman-like workout. Hills are no joke. You gotta love it though. It's like, how much of an honor to be out here with a cameraman with like 1 million VO2 max, keeping up to him. He's carrying like 40 pounds, guys. Really puts it in perspective, but I mean, look at the glory of what we get to do. You know, like, I'm not religious in like a dogmatic sense, and I know it's a weird reflection to have after going up a 20% grade, but you know, the connectedness of things, that's where it's fucking at. Like, I talked about those Black Canyon 100K racers, and you know, I'm talking about course record at Western States or whatever. Like, for me, it's because we're all connected and we're all going for it. I don't care if it's me. I just want to see what humans can do with in this beautiful life we have. Let's go suffer more. It's so magical that sports give you this outlet to fully express yourself in the uncertainty through some dark forests and know that other people are there with you. So specifically, this YouTube channel and the people watching, it's like people are literally watching and giving a crap about what I do. That is so cool. But just know that in return, like for me, what motivates me is knowing that there's people out there doing their first run walk.
You're awesome.
Or chasing cutoffs or setting records. Like we are all feeling the same thing. And that interconnectedness to me, it's what gives me the courage to face the fears that are so deeply like built into my soul on a cellular level. The same thing that 18-year-old kid, that 22-year-old kid felt.
Last time I talked about God, oneness, Buddha, whatever, dark power. I think, yeah, there's some darkness at play here. Headwind. But throw down. Thank you to the Dark Lord, or whoever wants a little lactate now and then.
By showing up, by stacking bricks, and by right footing it, I know that those things I fear, that's just my brain playing tricks on me, making narratives. I can drop those narratives and just do the thing.
I love you guys. Oh, my shoe came untied. Perhaps this is the higher power, the good one, telling me I get more rest to think about melodramatic, lovey-dovey stuff to say to a camera. It's hard to take yourself seriously when you're out here dying, doing bunny ears in front of, 50,000 people or whatever. But I love you guys. These are taking 4 minutes, so it's becoming more of a V2 workout, as you can sense. But it's the magic. You go with training, go with feel. One more of these. You guys are the best.
When you're scared, all you have to do is keep showing the fuck up. And eventually, if you left foot, right foot it, you can get through any dark forest. So yeah, 4-minute hill feels incessant. It feels like it's gonna go on forever. But you left foot, right foot, and eventually you get to the top, even if you do it slow. And that's life.
You're awesome. I love you guys so much. Oh, muscles failing. Knees weak. Arms are heavy. There's gel on my sweater already. kind of mouth spaghetti. Oh, now I got the phone for it. So on that one, sorry, can't feel my face when I'm with you and in this cold. But I was thinking of Riley Brady, who just ran one of the best races of all time at Black Canyon. 30-minute course record. Unsponsored athlete. I've coached them for forever. And they just show up day after day and put in the work on days like this where I don't want to get out there. And it's like they just went and did something that resets what's possible by humans. And it's like I'm so inspired by them and just what it means for all of us. So let's all be a little bit like Riley and show up even when it doesn't immediately lead to something special. This is worth it for itself. And just trying to delay till I have to do the 1 minute hills. So 5 by 1 minutes. We're gonna do on the steep part because I hate myself apparently. Just twisted my ankle. Hope you got that on camera. Exactly. Fuck Isaac Newton. His apple. Albert Einstein. Marie Curie, while we're at it. No, she didn't do gravity, but she deserves it too. My quads are cracked. Additional benefit here for cardiac output. Some cool studies show the heart changes how it pumps in a way that improves all effort levels. So, heart beating on my chest is science. I take it back. I love those guys. Einstein's my homeboy. Okay, legs are just gone. Oh. 2 more. Thank you for being here. Oh. Alright, what I'm thinking about on these last 2. One of our podcast listeners who was the last person to finish Black Canyon, and we talk a lot, sorry, still in pain, but about the winners, and that's amazing. That takes so much hard work. But you know what takes even more hard work? Showing up day after day and putting bricks in the wall when you're not getting that external validation of a YouTube channel or some race result where you're on the cover of a magazine. You're showing up because you fucking love it and love how much it hurts sometimes, how much you hate it sometimes, and all goes into it. And that person, and ask if I can use their name, but to that person, oh my God, thank you. you're the reason this feels meaningful. And like, I get emotional at times like this. Not about a dumb little workout, but about what it means that we're all in this together, So let's go suffer a couple more times together. There's an old Greg LeMond quote, famous cyclist, that it doesn't get easier, you just go faster. And on hills like this, it doesn't get easier, you just go slower. So, one more. I know there's people that put in this work, but it really narrows the fucking funnel. Not too many people reaching this end. Okay. One more. If I want to reach places I haven't been before, I need to do things I haven't been willing to do. So, one more. See you guys soon. Three more. No, I'm so cracked. My legs are done. More wouldn't be useful. But, I don't do this very often in the snow. I can't remember the last time I made a snow angel. So, not sure if this is snow angel or snow devil. This will be my mobility work for the day. Let's see if it did it. Oh my gosh! That's a great snow angel. Very impressed. Okay. Thank you. Because the hills are 4 minutes and strain my hands, just hamstring a little bit. It's not a big deal, but dodging a dog. That'll be the end of the workout. I feel like it's very rare I do a session where the old Steve Prefontaine quote about so nasty to do another one, you wouldn't be able to. That principle rarely applies to me, and I don't want athletes to do it often. But when it does happen, doing it on hills is good because it's just my muscles that are tired. My body's fine. Yeah, I am cracked. yeah, thank you guys so much. Like, I joked around a lot in that video because the pain at times is so, even now, like, present and undeniable that the only solution is to externalize it a little bit, which for me is humor, or thinking about people I love, like Megan, like the athlete that was last place at Black Canyon, Riley, everybody watching. So, thank you. Cody, you need to get a shot of this angel from this angle because I'm never gonna go do this shit again. So I think this video needs to be titled "The Hills of Death," and this angel will be the slogan of that. So, yeah, another brick. No bigger, no smaller than most, but this will be one that bears some load when Western States comes. Especially because Western States can be snowy sometimes. And like, right now, I'm not sure if ice on my face, but I'm just numb all the way down. Can't tell what it is exactly, if it's cold or just fatigue, but let's celebrate this brick and look forward to 100 more. So, thank you, love you, and brick stackers, baby. Let's do this.
So, what did I get today? I got an incredible muscular stimulus. Like, I turned back the clock today. My power increased, on 36 going on 22 because of sessions like that, because I'm willing to push to places that are quite hard in moderation. What else did I get? I got some toughness, doing that in the snow is great. And I also just got a little bit of like self-compassion because I didn't feel like I was doing anything special, and I don't think I did in the big scheme of what it's going to take. But this brick's going to bear some load, when I'm doing things that are a lot more effortless, like the Gold Hill that you saw in episode 3, or most of the runs I do. Like, this one took effort. This one, I was on the ground writhing in like literal pain, and I'm an advanced enough athlete now to know that pain is nothing to fear. But at the same time, it's hard, You put bricks in the wall for this long and it's just hard and it's tiring and, it's cold. It's difficult. But that's why it's so beautiful. And I look back and I think about the kid that was 18 years old and put down the first brick I did as an endurance athlete after I quit football in college, and how hard it was to run 200 yards. That was like sore for 3 days after that. And how that kid kept showing up. That kid was not an advanced athlete in his mind. He had no idea where this was going. But one thing that kid was a brick stacker. And he was so willing to step up and do hard things without knowing where it would go. He thought that he was just always going to be destined to just be striving and toiling for its own sake. And I'm still that kid, I think. But I love him so much in ways that he didn't love himself at the time. Because, I look back and I'm like, if you told him it would take 18 years of bricks, 3,000, 4,000 of those things, to reach the point that you could go out there on Sinew Valley Trail and writhe on the ground in pain, you know what I think he would say? I think he'd say, bring it on. So yeah, more bricks to stack. Maybe 100 before Western States, but I want to do 3,000, 4,000 more and see where it takes me. Back to the car. So it's just under 12 miles, 3,200 feet of climbing total. Saw a number of ancestors, met several deities, a few evil spirits, the usual. But what do you need after? People were having a lot of stress there as I try to open this ketone shot. So some post-exercise ketones. One thing I've gotten a lot of messages on, including comments, is why am I using
ketone IQ, which is a different ketone source than the ketone esters in the studies. Mainly, it's less expensive, and I found they work for me for this particular purpose, which is the hematological changes. My hemoglobin's in a great spot. That being said, maybe it's a place I should experiment a little more, keep you updated, but shot, delicious, tastes like robot's taint. But then the most important thing is this, I believe, in the feed erase day. Nope, not that one. This one. This is Precision 1000 electrolyte drink. I'll have some of that on the way home. This one, though, get a glance of that. It's Scratch Recovery Mix Horchata. You got to go some of this. If you never had it, oh my God, you put this in hot water with some creamer and some salt. It's the most delicious thing on the planet. It's like cinnamony. Tastes so good. So it has protein, carbs, a few hundred calories. I mix this high concentration, so this will get me to home where I can get some more. I was debating doing a funny shot where I pour it on my head, but I can't waste any of this precious nectar. So thank you guys. That was the hardest thing I've done yet in terms of like pain, but maybe the most like relevant in terms of brick stacking. Like, that brick sucked in the sense of it's in snow, it's not glamorous, nothing in that file is going to be pretty or fun to look at months from now, but I'll remember getting to share it with you guys and how much that helped me reach places that I might not have reached in a normal day. And most of all, just remember how this goes into the long-term process of building a wall that, zooming in, that one brick or 10 bricks or even 100 bricks isn't all that much. But you zoom back 18 years, and I've got a fucking monument to hard work. So this one's to the brick stackers. Cheers. Huzzah! I had to come back to say, I'm still thinking of Kilian, but right now I feel like Kilian would be capable of a little bit more than freezing your ass off at 15-minute miles.